Hey, welcome to Choo. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to do a variation on hay-smoked hamburgers. Hay-smoking is a great way to get a really intense smoke flavor in a short amount of time. So you typically use this technique when you don't want to overcook your food or cook food for too long, food like hamburgers. Instead of hay, I'm going to use fresh sage and bay because I have that on hand. And instead of beef burgers, I'm going to be doing kangaroo burgers. Look, I don't want to suck my own dick too hard. This might be the best burger I've ever made. Maybe ever eaten. Just saying. The first thing you want to do is prepare your patties. Now I'm using kangaroo, which is quite low in fat, and I think the best hamburger is an 80-20 split, so 80% lean beef or lean meat and then 20% fat. Because kangaroo is only has 1 or 2% fat in most of the cuts, you're going to want to add some fat. A lot of people use bacon or pork fat, give it that porky flavor, but because I'm going to be adding bacon to the burger, I'm going to substitute that for lamb fat, and there might be a few little shades of lamb in there. You can get technical with your ratios. I'm just sort of eyeballing it. It looks like that's an 80-20 split. You could weigh it if you want to be a little bit more wanky. It doesn't really matter. So we've had to come inside because of the terrible weather. I can tell you what, I've had an absolute gutful of this weather. And that's how I know I'm getting old, because I spend most of my waking hours just shaking my fist at the sky. Anyway, grind up your meat. Now I like to buy lean cuts, usually back straps, run them through the mincer myself because I like a thicker bit of meat. I like a few chunks in my burger. When you buy kangaroo mince in stores, it's often a little bit too fine. You can add it to it. It's often a little bit gristly. They're probably using offcuts, which is okay. Don't waste it. It's good not to waste it. I still buy it all the time. Feed it to my dogs, feed it to myself. But for a really delicious burger, get yourself some back straps, run that through the mincer with a bit of lamb fat, add some spices, paprika, pepper, sage, rosemary. These all go well together. I'm also adding mushroom salt because I had some kicking around. This is harder to get. It's not necessary, but boy does it make a world of difference. That's my secret ingredient to burgers. Mushroom salt. Not so secret anymore. Smash those patties together and you're good to go. So now we're going to heat up the fire. I'm using hardwood lump charcoal and just some blue gum and some various sticks and shit that I found lying around to get it going. I don't use fire lighters because it gives it a chemical smell. I don't like it. You can use it if you're going to be there for a while, but remember, we're doing a pretty quick smoke here. It's kind of a combination between smoking and grilling because that's how you get a nice sear on your burger. When you do smoked meats, typically you want something that's full of connective tissue and you really want to break down a lot of that stuff, so you're using tougher cuts. If you smoke your burgers for a long time, they're going to get rubbery and tough. You're going to lose a lot of that juice and it's gross. So we're doing a pretty quick smoke here, hence why we're hay smoking. Once your fire's ready, the flames have gone down, the coals are getting that white ash on it. I'm going to add a huge clump of sage and a huge bushel of fresh bay. Then I'm going to quickly put the grill on, get some oil on there, get that nice and hot. You can put the lid on at this stage so you don't burn away too much of your fuel. Then add your burgers. These aren't smash burgers, but give them a bit of a squish. Then chuck your lid on to stop the flames from coming through. The flames won't affect it too much because you've got the grill, but you want it to smoke up. You don't want to burn it away. You want it to smolder. Now, all that delicious smoke is coming from your sage predominantly and your bay. So these burgers are going to be really, really smoky, but also going to have a really sweet sage and bay scent and flavor to it, which is just another little secret there. Depending on how much fuel you added, this could take a couple of minutes at most, really. So lift off your lid, flip them over, and this is the time where you add your cheese. I'm using a Mersey Valley Plantwoods cheddar cheese. American cheese works, cheddar cheese works. Don't use anything too unorthodox because you want that cheese to melt. You don't want it to crisp up or burn, you want it to be melty. Melted cheese on a burger is a must. If you go out to a restaurant or a pub or whatever, and you get served a burger and that cheese is like a perfect square and it hasn't even melted, you fucking flip that plate and you storm out and you never go, or walk into the kitchen, because that is a sin. That you want your cheese melted. Sorry, I'm really passionate about burgers. Once that cheese is melted, your burger is pretty much ready to go. So now we're gonna fry up some bacon. I'm just using short bacon, short rations, whatever that's called. I don't eat too much pig, so I don't know all the right terms, but I like these little short rashers because they are like the right size for a burger, really. But any old bacon will do. If you don't like bacon, don't worry about it. The patty itself is delicious enough, trust me. Now it's time for the stack. Don't forget to grill your bread, your roll. I absolutely I will not tolerate untoasted buns. This is ridiculous. You know what? I reckon that's fucking certifiable. If you make a burger and you don't toast your bun, you should be tied to a post and shot. It is an absolute sin, at least as far as I'm concerned, to have an untoasted bun on a burger. It's fundamentally sick. Sorry guys, I get quite passionate about burgers. It's one of the few... Look, I know this is a food channel. I'm not that much of a food snob. I don't even consider myself a foodie per se, but there are two types of food that I get really anal about. Meat pies and burgers. The other day, right, we were out looking for a pie, went to 3 bakeries before a good one. Couldn't even eat the other one. It's such a waste of food and money, but I just couldn't fucking eat it. I'm not gonna name the bakery. You know who you are, and you're shit. And you're based around the Woodside area, just saying. And I was very upset. Burgers are another thing that I'm particularly anal about because it's a simple food, but so many people fuck it up. Especially, like I said, unmelted cheese, untoasted bun. Here's how to make a burger. Very, very simple. Don't add breadcrumbs to your meat. Toast your fucking bun, melt your fucking cheese, you got yourself a burger. I'm getting all upset again. Sorry, back to the video. It's better. Right, the stack. Oh, mama. Dijon mustard on the bottom. Patty, melted cheese. Add a big old pickle. I'm a chili man, so of course I'm going to put pickled chilies. Pickled chilies. Very essential that they're pickled. It'll combine with the pickle flavor without detracting from it too much. Plus you get that little bit of spice. Bacon, hot sauce. Now you could add mayonnaise or tomato sauce. I'm a chili man. I love hot sauce, and this is one of our own. This is my creation, the Smoking Crock. It's available online, just saying. And I made this sauce specifically for burgers and barbecues. It is a barbecue sauce. It's not a strict barbecue sauce, but it's barbecue inspired. So it's still very sweet, still very tomato rich, but it has that smoky barbecue sweetness to it, which works perfectly with smoked barbecued burgers. This is the only sauce I will use on my burgers, 100%. If you don't want to commit to buying a bottle and you're in the Adelaide area, come find us at one of our festivals. Go to our website and you can get a free tasting. I don't know if this video will be out in time, but in 2 days' time I'll be in the Adelaide Central Markets doing a tasting. Anyway, come and try my sauce. Honestly, I know people hum and ha. Every dickhead and their dad has their own hot sauce, but trust me, Smoking Crock is absolutely perfect for anything flame licked. That's enough fucking plugging. Done. That's the burger. How easy is that, guys? How good was that? Trust me, please try this at home. A lot of people turn their nose up at Kangaroo, but because it's so rich with all that smoke and you've got the lamb in there as well, it's really not too gamey. I love game flavors myself, but this isn't very gamey, and the smoke flavor from the sage is very, very powerful. So if you're one of those people that is put off by really strong gamey meats, you're not going to have that so much so in this, but you are going to get a delicious, crispy, but still pink on the inside burger. It is just... Oh my god. So smoky. I can't believe how smoky it is. Oh. I suppose I can believe it because I smoked it. Some would say it's too good. I can't wait to feed this to my wife later. I'll probably get a special treat afterwards. Thanks for watching, friends. I've been Jacob. You've been watching Choo.